unmute us and click live scene. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Random Conversations number 103,014 question mark, whatever. And I'm here with Doku, and I guess only other people, which doesn't matter to me. I'm sure more people. I expect to see Tom Pinoid here soon, and I also expect to see Sinrise.
Yeah, I'll give him a little bit of time. But, anyways, how you doing?
It's so weird when you have been talking to people, like, even whenever you only have like 30 minutes before the stream, and then you're trying to do introductions, and they think like, "How you doing?" It was like exactly how I was 40 minutes ago, motherfucker.
I like doing it just because it is awkward. It's like I can only imagine what it's like for people in the backstage when they're trying to do like a live show or something, where you have to go through the introductions for the audience all over again. It's a dick thing I like to do.
It's actually funny in a weird way that YouTube puts us in a position where, like, even if you only get an audience of like on iRate streaming, right? We had like 24 people watching at one time maximum. But that's a lot of fucking people for a regular person that's trying to entertain.
No, I feel you. I understand completely. It's a weird dichotomy that you have to know the person you're talking to well enough that you can talk to on a normal level. But then on the other side of the coin, you have to realize there's an audience of people that don't really know you, that haven't been talking to you for the past hour or 20 minutes. So you have to hit the reset button. It's awkward, but it's funny.
Yeah, and I mean, on that note, like, I've a lot of people that, like, especially people that like will randomly join Tom P, right? Some of them are getting better than others, right? Like, Full Metal Joker is a good example. Like the kid, um, I mean, I know what he's trying to do, right? He's trying to, what he wants to do is be able to express his opinions and make videos about it, and I think this is totally cool. And he comes to me, and I'm just like, I never wanted to do any of this. In fact, the only reason I'm doing this is because I watched Gulf City, found Tom Pinoid, watched Tom Pinoid's videos. He was doing them all from his phone at the time, and I was just like, motherfucker, like, you have like a pretty good cadence, right? Like, you have a personality that people could gravitate to. You just make your own fucking channel. And he did. And he was like, I can't do any of the technical shit. And I was like, I got you. Me. And that's how I became I don't like to admit it, but I think I'm a YouTuber.
Is that how you became internet peoples?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not even sure how exactly I got roped into the whole YouTube internet thing. I know one of the first channels I was on consistently was Lord Nurgle's Stream of Corruption. He does those every Thursday night. And then somehow randomly I ran across Mad Dodge and Pinoid and Suit Yourself, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And now I guess I'm internet peoples. I'm not sure how it happened, but it did.
I feel you. I mean, really, I don't like streaming. I don't. I'm doing it now because it's streaming is sometimes a good excuse to talk to people that are like-minded about things, but then I have to broadcast it to the whole 3 people watching, which is probably me and one person that just clicked the link.
Probably. That's the thing, like, when I very first started talking to people, it's like I'm not gonna say I was nervous, but I didn't really know what to expect. And now I've slowly devolved to the point of not really giving a fuck. and just talking to people like I would if I was sitting at the
Oh
bar.
god, dude. No, I have an opposite thing. The first time I went on a stream with people, I actually was like, I think that I'm super smart and have awesome things to contribute to the conversation, and I was totally wrong. But that arrogance led me to putting my toe in the water.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it was the opposite for me because I wasn't again, I wasn't sure what to expect. So actually, the first stream I think I was ever on was actually Cognitive Thought back when he very first started, and I ended up having a conversation with Wavy
That's
Carbs. I remember this now. It
oh,
was me and Wavy Carbs talking about yeah, my his opinions on veganism or vegetarian, whatever you want to call it. And we had a back and forth for about 20 minutes. And at first I was nervous because Cog, it was after Andy Worski gave Cog a shout out. And he opened up the chat, and I was bored because I was actually dog sitting for someone for several days since they were out of town. So I decided, fuck it, I have nothing else to do, and I don't have I don't know where the remote is to turn on the TV or some shit. I didn't bring my computer with me. So I just joined his stream over the phone, and I ended up talking to Wavy Carbs for 20 minutes.
you just made my heart melt a little bit. Like no, because I have a similar story with Cog. Actually, I have two stories with Cog. Um, the first was Matt Jarbo struck his stream down because he thought that a video that Cog made was not fair use.
Oh
And I
god.
actually made a video because this is what I was just getting into fucking around with, like After Effects and Adobe products. I was just doing it for fun, but it was like I'll record a video about it because there's a lot of libertarian literature about intellectual property and how libertarians generally think intellectual property is not even if it, as a whole, like it could be considered like there's parts that are good, but the way the law is right now is complete bullshit. And I made a video just being like, look, none of you can decide whether or not this was fair use. Like it's an argument that goes on in the courts. There's like a 4-stage process. And I shared it to Tag Cog, and he invited me on the stream. And when I got on the stream, I was actually being exactly the opposite of what I'm saying right now. Scared little bitch. I was like, guy's a big streamer. There's like 220 people watching. So
And
bad.
that's how I felt at first as well, because I don't think Cog was as big at the time when he probably invited you on. I mean,
No,
it was
no,
over 100 people watching.
he was bigger. He was actually bigger. I don't know what happened with Cog, but I think his audience decreased a little bit. The funny part about that is he didn't remember me at all. But two days ago on Sir Adam and Teen stream, Irate Bear and Cog were both on his stream, and I like woke up at like 5 in the morning and like crazy like Sir Adam and Teen did, like a 24-hour stream, and I was just like, hey, just let me on. I was just sitting there bullshitting with Cog and Irate like with nothing. It's
Actually,
just like,
I rate Bear's one of those other guys that I've talked to a few times. I don't think I've ever talked to him directly over voice, but I've if you ever have the chance to talk to him again, just ask him how he feels about Doku and his fan fictions involving Riley Dennis and Irate Bear. I guarantee you'll
will
get a good response.
will do. Like I have no issue with doing that. Uh, that's part of the point where it's like I was going. It's because at that point when I joined in, I was like, this is no different than back in my band days, right? Like I opened up for some bands that were heroes of mine, and then over time, like I got to hang out with some of them, and like that guy's a fucking dick, and I just realized they're not really better than. Like I like looking up to him. Like sure, like there's a reason to look up to the people that are really good at what you want to do. But if like individually they're just fucking assholes, fuck them.
Like, and that's kind of the reason I like the internet, why I pop around so much on different streams, is because unlike some other, people who want to be professional YouTubers or internet professionals, and think they're gonna they're gonna be the next Joe Rogan or some shit. It's like, I guess if that's really what you aspire to, then hey, more power to you, go for it. But I'm just here to have a conversation and just hang out and have fun. I have nothing to do, especially with this freaking year with everything being locked down. Just talk to people like they're normal fucking people. And I actually think that's the reason Joe Rogan is actually so successful
Yeah,
is he talks to people normally. There's no starstruck hype or anything like that. It's just let's sit down and have a
you
conversation.
you are spot on, especially with what's going on this year with COVID. Like people have forgot what it's like. People just do talk about ideas normally, right? Not in some uh very like self-righteous matter. Say, here's my opinion on something, and this is why I think this. And then somebody else says, well, I think your opinion might be misinformed, and here's some more information. And then, like, at the end of the day, they're like, maybe nobody's opinion changed, but they're like, that was a good conversation.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. If I think it's easy to tell, especially from audience reactions and how a certain personality or how a certain show or conversation is received. A lot of people will sit there and it's like, again, you sit down, you have a normal conversation, treat somebody like a normal person. They There are times where I've gone to New York, not anymore, but back when I used to go up to New York like at least twice a year. I'm pretty sure I've ended up talking to people that were famous and I just didn't know it. And you just talk to them like normal people. Everybody else in the room is sitting there like, what, who is this person? Why are they talking to them? What's going on? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it's some dude or some chick sitting in the bar stool next to me having a beer. Like, who the fuck cares? Eh,
All right, so my brain is not functioning at 100% capacity because I keep drinking. But I think what you just said can relate to something that is in my own life experience. So in my mid 20s, because I mean I took lessons in junior high. I played bass throughout high school and whatnot. I was a good bass player. I went to college at a school that had a 7 guy to 1 girl ratio, so I didn't get laid there. So when I went back to town, I hung out with all the people I knew that played music, and I also got really, really fucking into ska music. I just wanted to be in a ska band as a bass player.
okay.
All right. So next step, I actually start doing this, and I get into a band that is bad. Like they're bad, but they played local shows, and I had to get up on stage in front of people and play music. And that was scary as shit to me. Much scarier than I don't know. I was on a dog stream, 140 people. Oh, didn't give a shit because there's nothing scarier than having to play a song in front of people, like while you're trying to sing it, and hope they like it.
Well, yeah, you gotta stick the landing, and it's being able to just talk and shoot the shit, even though there's a lot of people watching, is never gonna be as there's never gonna be as much pressure as if you have to talk and perform and stick it all at the same time, and you have to do it live on, right there on stage.
Yeah, and
That's a lot more pressure.
that's really the point I was trying to get at. Is that I think the fact that I did that in my life probably makes it so that like getting on these random YouTube streams does not affect.
Yeah, yeah. Once you have experience being under pressure, it definitely helps, especially on things on YouTube. Like what I was talking about when I was at New York, and I'm sure I've met people who are definitely way more wealthy than I am, way more powerful than I am, probably more famous than I am, definitely, unless for some reason you look for assholes on the internet, in which case, yeah, I might be on that top 1,000 list. But like I met acting and production and makeup and costume cast for the Book of Mormon back when it was really popular and they were all over Broadway. I met all of them for their Christmas party. And everybody else standing around being all starstruck and shit. I'm just sitting at the bar drinking and just talking to these people, and
Oh my
ended
god,
up.
it's so amazing because you were just talking to them, right? And
The thing is, they like that. They appreciate it.
they took you in. No, I know
Oh yeah, they definitely
exactly.
did.
I know exactly how that is because you ever heard of the band called Bayside?
Yeah.
Me and my friend Adam, we went to a show where Bayside was playing with the Bouncing band. It doesn't really matter, but in our little city, like a lot of people didn't know who Bayside was, and they were all just hanging out at the bar. And we pulled up 2 stools next to them, started drinking. They were watching the New York Yankees game, and me and my drummer were just sitting there talking about baseball in the Yankees to Bayside, and we were just hanging out, having fun. And like after that, I didn't even like fucking Bayside before then. I didn't like any of their songs, none of them. But after that, I was just like, these guys are cool as fuck. Like, how many bands just hang out that are as famous as Bayside at the bar, and they just sit here and talk to us about baseball, something like I'm a fan of. It was like, no, you guys are cool motherfuckers. I'm down.
No, and that's the cool thing. If you put all the starstruck, idealism, like take people off the pedestal and just talk to them like normal people, it's surprising because all of that, all those butterflies in the stomach and the nervousness, it all goes away. I remember one of the not the lead, but like one of their I think it was like the second or third name on the list, of actors, actresses. They were dancing in the bar because it was for their Christmas party. And I remember thinking like, wow, they're really fucking good at dancing. And the dude and the chick sitting next to me are like, oh yeah, that's so and so and so and so. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sound rude, but actually I don't pay attention to celebrities or names or things like that. I'm bad enough trying to remember somebody's name anyways. So like, oh, he plays so and so in Book of Mormon and she plays so and so in Book of Mormon. I was like, oh, okay. Like, so how do you know them? It's like, oh, well, I'm the lead costume and makeup designer, and this is he was like one of the people that does choreography. And I just ended up talking to these people and like smoking cigarettes and just drinking beer with them for like 3 fucking hours. The head for their costume and makeup design actually gave me the cookies. Like they all got like these custom made like little truffle style cookies as their Christmas gift. And she's like, "Yeah, I actually can't eat these. I'm actually on a diet or something." I forgot what she said. She's like, "Here, do you want them? It's my Christmas gift to you for recommending beer that you liked." It's like, sure, why not? It's like, I'll take it. I never ate them. I actually think I still have them. But yeah, it's just little random things like that. As long as you're not nervous and you're not trying to like, as long as you're not trying to lick somebody's boot, bend the knee, or like kiss ass, or like prove yourself or something, and just be normal, you'll be surprised how quickly people warm up to you. And I guess a good way to juxtapose what I'm trying to say, there's a difference between talking to someone on the internet or talking to someone in person when you have the mentality of like, well, how many subscribers do you have or how many Twitter followers do you have, like versus just, oh, hey, hi, my name's Andrew, what's up,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Well, like, yeah. So when you meet real celebrities, the whole YouTube celebrity shit, it doesn't matter. It just does not.
Oh dude, I love it when
Nothing
people try
really
to bring up,
matters.
yeah, what's up, Benoid?
Anyone can
Penoid, you're
see.
supposed to be asleep, man.
I was trying. I was laying here, and like my brain just keeps running. Right? You ever just like lay in bed and like you try to sleep sober,
Every
right?
fucking night. every
That
time I
was
gotta
I'm
that was
sleep
laying
me literally
sober,
here.
3 hours ago.
it's fucking
That was
impossible. Like as soon as you try to lay down, all of a sudden you hear the circus music. Da, 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 da. And then your
Oh,
ex-wife
you're a
is like, you
megalomaniac, and why
fucking
don't you
piece
ever
of
do anything
shit.
for me?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that was me 3 hours ago, sitting in bed trying to get some sleep and get my schedule back on track.
And then he
And
decided to join Irate Prostate Street.
yeah, I went to go buy some beer and 2 Black and Milds and saw you guys were live, and it's like, fuck it, whatever, I'm awake. Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, I was just fucking laying here, and like I put out 2 videos today, right? And I mean, one on like fucking the corporate people who were like selling out our country, right? And then a second one on like actual like the IMF trying to tell us what we're gonna do with our money and how we're gonna pay them for more shit, right?
Well, look, Tom Pinoid, eventually, we won't anything. We won't own one thing at all. Be happy.
Yeah, except you
Nah,
bring up the idea of the Great Reset, and they call
is,
you a fucking conspiracy theorist.
what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take over the country.
What
I'm
the
gonna go
great,
into the
hold
UN.
on. The great,
I'm gonna go into the UN, all right, and I'm gonna pull out the hammer, and they're gonna be on the news talking about our president today, motherfucking asked Germany where my money, bitch, right, on a fucking like 45 fucking times, and started pistol whipping people in the middle of the United Nations, and then kicked all of them out and told them don't come the fuck back. That's what's gonna eventually fucking happen. Somebody's gonna get some fucking balls and do some shit for real.
amen.
I hope so. I'm not a fan of the UN. I'm not a fan of the IMF. I'm not a fan of the World Bank. I'm not a fan of the World Health Organization. I'm not a fan of any of these assholes. I'm not going to say I'm a full-blown isolationist, but I'm pretty damn close.
I'm a full blown isolationist. I just don't fucking. I'm like, I just don't. I don't. I don't fuck. We don't need the rest of the world, right? They're talking about like, oh man, the whole world's gonna take a 4.3% hit, right, nationwide in their GD or worldwide in the GDP. That's $11 trillion, and central banks are gonna fucking make up fucking 12 billion or $12 trillion to fucking help out. And I'm like, wait, why are we spending more money than we're losing? How is this a good? Wait, what? Are you fucking retarded?
Well, Pinoid, the reason I say I'm not a full-blown isolationist is very, very simple.
What?
The last time we were isolationist, the rest of the world managed to fuck everything up and drug us into it. And prior to that, once they've managed to fuck everything up, the oil fields in the Middle East are fucking burning, and China doesn't have enough shit to sell to the rest of the world. They're gonna look at the US and go, you know what? You have a bunch of stuff that we want, and then they're gonna drag us into it anyways. So
No. What we'll do is it'll take like, 45 minutes, and we'll just fuck everybody's shit up because nobody can get here.
and well, see, I would rather that not happen. It's better us to just
I would much rather
keep
that
the crazy.
happen. No. See, that's a dumb idea, Doku. You need to lose that ideology completely.
No, I'm gonna stick with I
It's a
like what
stupid
Trump
idea.
did. No, I like what
No,
Trump did with taking out
no,
the
no,
one dude. Anytime a big head pops up and they start getting too
no,
big for the britches, throwing
no,
them. Done.
no. You let the rest of the world burn. Let it burn. They
But
need
then
to burn.
the EU tried to do that. Look at where that got them. I'd say no. The
Good.
second you see
I don't
someone,
care.
no,
Why
I
do
say
you
nip
care?
that in the bud. Nip it in the bud.
No,
Don't put boots on the ground.
I want 10 Hitlers in Europe. All right, I want genocide everywhere. I don't fucking care.
You're right. You're right. You know what the solution is? Gas the
More
Jews.
fire. No, just more fire. That's where I'm at. I want everything in the rest of the world to be on fire. And like, I'm just going to sit back here and hang out and eat a burger and watch it on TV because I don't fucking care. Fuck them and everything they stand for. Like, as far as I'm concerned, if everybody in Europe died tomorrow, I wouldn't cry at all. I wouldn't miss a single person. I don't know anybody in Europe. I don't care about anybody in Europe. And I don't give a fuck. Like, legit, if they all, like, just tomorrow they all got raptured, like, I'd probably do a dance on video. I'd make a YouTube video of me dancing. It would be dancing gorillas on fucking YouTube and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Say, Pinoid, in an ideal
see,
world, I would agree with you. But
They already
in
wrote out
an
the story
ideal
for their own death, so.
in
I
an
don't
ideal world,
care.
they won't. In an ideal world, somebody's not going to shit on your lawn.
You
But you
don't
know what? I'm
understand.
not
Goku,
gonna.
you don't
You know they're gonna
understand.
shit on your lawn.
Listen, no, you need to listen and listen very, very good, son. All right, you listen and listen good. All right, there are 20 fucking aircraft carriers in the world. 10 of them are fucking really basic bitch aircraft carriers, and 10 of them are fucking super carriers. All right, of the 10 that are basic bitch aircraft carriers, we have one. All right, of the 10 that are motherfucking super duper carriers, we have all of them. One super carrier has the capability of 7 fucking smaller goddamn fucking carriers. Legitimately, there is no way the world can fuck with us. They don't stand a chance.
Now,
There's
Peanut, I think
not a
you're missing.
fucking country
Peanut,
that
I think
can.
you're missing my point. My point is,
What?
if I know you're gonna shit on my lawn, I'm not gonna give you the chance to shit on it.
No, I don't want. I don't care. I want you to come out to sea, and then I'm gonna drop part of your country into the ocean. All right. The best thing that you can come up with to come at me with, I'm gonna sink it to the bottom of the ocean, and it's gonna be fishes.
Wait,
you fucking waste.
hold on. This is where I think a big deal for the next 4 years actually has to happen. The Trump
What?
coalition about war has to be. We're gonna go in and we're gonna do exactly what Pinoy said. And if we can't do that, like fuck it, like you guys fight against yourselves. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be total destruction, or we're gonna get the fuck out. That's it.
Oh, if they want to fight amongst themselves, that's fine. They can shit on everybody else's yard. I just don't want you shitting on mine.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna go with the path.
No.
Path
what
of
I'm
least
saying.
Why
resistance.
does
What
look,
you're
if
not
we weren't
getting
in the
is
Middle
what is
East,
super important is that we have to uh, hold on to this idea and hold the people that are in charge accountable for that idea.
look, if we weren't in the Middle East to be targets in the first place, we wouldn't care about Iran. I don't care if Iran gets a nuclear weapon. I don't care. I don't care if North Korea gets a nuclear weapon. I don't care if China goes to war with Japan. That doesn't matter to me. I just don't fucking care, dude.
Again, like I
Don't
said, I'm all about the path of least resistance. If you have to take out one dude to prevent
no.
a
No.
gigantic waste of money,
Stop fucking with them. That's how you stop. That's the path of least resistance is. You don't involve yourself.
and Pinoid, this is where my point comes in. If they fight amongst each other and leave us out of it, I really don't give a shit. My problem
Yo,
is,
how
you
could
know
they
they're gonna
bring us
bring your
in?
ass into it. They're
Yeah,
Do you
going
know
to.
how long of a swim that is?
It doesn't matter. They're going to bring you into it regardless. It doesn't mean they're gonna win. They're sure as
Why
shit
would they?
not.
How would they bring us in if we're not over there?
And they found a way to, at least 3 times without us
When?
being directly involved.
Name of times.
Pinoid. World War I and World War II, we were completely sitting the fuck out, and somehow we still got roped into it. They're going to do it. All it
Yo,
takes
look,
is
World
one
War
fucking
One,
person
we
to
shouldn't
decide.
have gotten involved. We still shouldn't have gotten involved in World War One. We had no
I don't
business there.
disagree. I don't disagree. I'm just saying someone somewhere will find a fucking way.
Yeah.
It's easier to just say fuck it. Nope, you're done.
No.
The kids are done.
What you
Stop.
do is
Boom.
I'm pretty sure some guy named Pat Buchanan wrote a book being like the unnecessary war. And if we never would have gotten involved in World War I, World War II would have never happened.
Yep.
I don't disagree with that either. I mean, the Treaty
Well,
of
like,
let's be
and
blunt. The Treaty
the
of Versailles
only
was a
reason we
fucking
went in,
garbage
the only
monster.
reason we went in is
Yeah.
because they sunk some dumb cargo ship.
Yeah, it turns out that crazy fucks that don't like war, like Pat Buchanan, are the only people allowed to say so.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, maybe we shouldn't like have bases and troops overseas.
I don't disagree. I think we should actually take the capitalist road and actually just sell it to them and be like, yeah, also if you need help maintaining that, yeah, you're gonna have to pay us for that too. Like,
No,
fuck that. Let's do
God
that.
damn it!
What we should do
Isn't that what
is
Trump
kind of
did? This is why,
Kinda.
a lot of Ron Paul supporters that look at Trump and like, dude, he's not Ron Paul, not even fucking close. But he's certainly closer than all the neocon candidates and Democrat candidates that have been presented before us for our entire lifetime.
Yo, I literally
been better.
like 4 people today on my first video who legitimately all got their start and sit on the board of Bain fucking Capital.
Mm.
And they work for Nike and Ford Motor Company and sit on other boards like the Carlyle Group.
Yeah, see,
It's
that's
strange how,
the
like, the things
problem.
that I say, I have evidence for, right? But nobody else has any evidence about anything, and they just spout off at the mouth, and like they're able to go Antifa, BLM, and I go, I got the answer, and here's evidence, and everybody goes, Tom, you're fucking wrong. I go, you're a fucking asshole, and you should not be allowed to talk to the American public because motherfuckers are too dumb to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, hold on. That's actually not it. I mean, it is it. Oh goddamn! Like I'm trying to agree and disagree with you at the same time. So
How?
people intuitively understand and agree with you, right? But when you get very specific, they've been embedded with certain knowledge about the specific things you're saying that they're not willing to contemplate the contradictions about the specifics. It's a fucked up phenomenon, but it's real.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
the
cognitive.
reason certain people can sit there and espouse ridiculous bullshit, even though they don't have evidence for it, is because the public at large views them as, a toy hammer hitting a glass window, versus Pinoid's approach is very much more a
Sledgehammer.
yeah, and that window doesn't
Believe
stand a fucking chance. That's why they don't like you, Pinoid. It's not because what you're saying is wrong. It's your approach is very blunt. Sit the fuck down and shut up and listen. That's what they don't like. But it's an
But
effective
that's what they
approach
need.
because they don't have a rebuttal.
That's what they need. Like you can't argue with facts, right? It's like, yo, if I'm right, I'm right because I literally spent 4 hours doing research on this video last night.
Look,
And
you can't argue with facts, man. We're in 2020. Like that's the whole reason I had to make a whole new stream about critical theory because goddamn, it's really good at arguing against facts. Not that it's right about anything about what it does. It's not that it's actually good. It's that it's convincing to low information people.
it's convincing to fucking women. All right, legit. What's his name? Who was I watching? Michael Savage. Michael Savage said they found out that these aren't a whole bunch of fucking anxiety-ridden, Adderall fucking laced fucking sorority girls in fucking college that they're talking to.
Dude, look, I want to go back in time. Back in my Ron Paul days. And I was hanging out with some like college kids from it was Springfield University. But one of the dudes, like, we were like listening to Michael Savage, and the best thing about that dude is he talks about food and wine in such a sweet way. Like, it's so awesome. Like, I just don't like.
Yo, I want to get him on. I want to get him on my show. Like, he's going podcast as of December.
I will
Legit.
help you. I will help you.
Yo,
I will do
I want to get him on my show.
Every subversive internet tactic to make him think that it's a necessity to get on your show.
Like legitimately, this dude here, like, yo, me and him are cut from the same cloth.
Man, just
like
the best thing you could do if you actually did get on Michael Savage is talk about things like the best Philly cheese, because he's gonna have an answer.
I know. Like, and that's the thing is, like, I was watching him back in 01, 02. Like, before I even found Alex Jones, I was listening to Savage, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I
was
listening too. Like, I'm not 01, 02, but I'm talking 04. Like, it was a while
Friday Night
ago.
Glass. Remember Friday Night Glass? And like, he just sit there and talk about like,
oh
the
my
shit
god,
throughout.
Dude! One of the best things he said about kids. This was like awesome advice to all parents. Like, kids are wonderful from like 1 to 11 or 12. But after that, they become the enemy and you must treat them as such. And then after they turn 18, they're going to come back around. But
yeah,
that's the knowledge you need to know. And I'm just like,
Savage is so great,
right.
man.
He's so right. It's true.
Yo, he was talking about pelicans, right? And he said like he was out in a boat on the bay and he was watching these pelicans and they were teaching the baby pelicans how to fish, right? And he said that's the problem today is you have all these fucking suburbanite latchkey kids and these rich white kids, right? And they're not being taught how to fish. He said nobody's being taught how to work and take care of themselves. And I'm like, I love Savage. I love Savage so fucking much because he just goes right to the point and he gets it. And he's not a leftist and he's not a right wing guy. Like he's not a conservative. Like yo, he's something else. Like
No.
he's like he was like my uncle growing up was when it comes down to it, man. He was like a big uncle I used to listen to sitting in the
He's a
fucking
conservative, but
Bible
he's not a
paper.
Republican.
Yeah, he is not a neocon in any way, shape, or form. Like, yo, the other day, legitimately, I heard him say this rate, or he said this election right before the night of the election or the night before. He was like, "This here is about the vote on whether or not the white race gets to survive." And I was like, "Wow, I didn't even know we were allowed to say that." Look, damn savage. Like Mike is getting them right now.
He's not wrong.
I feel
He's
you.
not.
Well, yeah, and that's how
Like,
all this critical theory shit like converges on politics.
Yo, I still honestly believe that whole critical theory thing is like niggas just making up excuses for shitty behavior. Like I
Well,
think it's like
let's.
it's like the chicken and the egg thing. You know what I mean? I legitimately though I think like they came before the egg. You know what I
That's
mean? Or
that that's
they came out of the egg and they're
that's
explaining what happened
yeah,
and why it broke.
that's less important than the fact that it is a prominent force in American politics right now. That
Well,
I
needs to
think it's
I
be
want to
a
it
be.
needs
prominent
to be
force.
I want to
squelched
be
and
controversial.
destroyed.
I want to be controversial real quick because I want to talk about
What
what you brought up with Michael Savage and about whether the white race is allowed to survive or not. I agree with him. I do agree, and I agree for this reason. And it's the same reason that you can't sit there because you believe Biden won and say, "Well, we need to come together and it's about healing and unity and this." You spent 4 fucking years branding every person in a hat and a color that you didn't like with words that you didn't like as an ist and ism and phobe. And now you're saying, "Well, we need to heal and come together." Get bent and go pound sand, you fucking pundit. You think I'm gonna sit down at the table and break bread with you while I've watched you for 4 fucking years attack people, slander people, and smear people? People like me trying to get us fired, trying to destroy our jobs, trying to go after our kids, trying to go after our families, trying to destroy entire businesses, especially small businesses. It all because we have a political disagreement because you still have your fucking panties wadded so far up your ass, your brain has exploded at your freaking eardrums,
Yeah,
and you think we're gonna sit down at the table with you? Uh, no, go fuck yourself. There is no unity on that one, you
yeah.
fucking cocksucking bitch. But back on what Savage was saying, you can't that all these people say, well, the colonizers and white European colonialism and imperialism is responsible for every bad thing that's ever happened in the entire fucking world, and white people are bad, and in fucking 100 years everybody's going to be brown, and it's going to be the best thing that ever happened to the human race in the world. Blah blah blah. And oh, by the way, no, there's no such thing as white culture, and we was Kangs, and all Europeans used to be black. This go fuck yourself. You want to talk about racism? You're the racist assholes. You know who you're racist against? You know who's the biggest fucking problem when it comes to racist and sexist? It's the fucking regressive left, and you hate white people. You hate men. Why? Because you're fucking jealous of what that culture has achieved. Guess what? There's other things that other cultures have achieved that weren't white culture, that weren't dominated by the evil patriarchy and shit, but you don't fucking talk about that. No, you don't. You don't want to fucking take credit for what you actually accomplished or achieved. You want to try to take credit for shit that you never fucking did. Or you want to try to destroy it because you don't want to fucking have competition. And that's what it all boils down to. You want to be the best, the biggest, the best, the baddest on the street. And anyone that dares come up, it's like with fucking mainstream media, social media, they look at like Vincent James or fucking Steven Crowder or Alex Jones, and CNN all of a sudden fucking shits their pants like, oh my God, no, it's our job to tell you how to think. Go fuck yourself.
If you don't think that's what's going on, if you don't think it's a direct attack against a certain group of people, you are fucking not paying attention, because that's exactly what it is. It just so happens that you're the targeted group.
No, that's not the deal at all.
Now hold on. It's just so much the deal, in my opinion, that hey, Doku, I'm gonna go clip your rant that you just went on, and I'm gonna put it to some like really cool music. Some channel.
Dude, do it.
Yeah, let me say this.
Viral.
Doku is completely wrong.
Give me pushback. I'm cool with that.
All right, here's the deal. Okay. So what this is, all right, is this here is okay. I'm gonna try and get this through without it sounding too much like they're putting frogs in the water to turn the individuals gay, right?
I'm not going full Alex Jones. Don't give me that much credit.
No. I'm talking about my mentality. Right. I'm talking about my mentality. Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, folks. Here's what's going on. All right. So the international community wants to continue to stand here and use slave labor and international labor, all right, third world countries and developing nations to continue to build their products and ship them across in countries like in Europe, where they can pay full price for the items. All right, and that's really what's going on here, folks. All right, they really don't actually care about race and race theory. They don't care about college kids. They don't care about any of these type of things. What they want to do is be able to continue to have sycophants who are going to follow them and push back. And they want to be able to build a coalition of individuals who let them do what they want to do. It has literally nothing to do with them being racist. They don't really care about race. They don't care about color. They don't care about creed. They care about money. And that's what it really comes down to, folks. It has nothing to do at all about the race of the individual. All right, they don't care. They don't really like black people. They don't really like brown people. They really don't like anybody. What they really like is they really, really like money. All right, and that's what the whole thing boils down to. But they have to marginalize white folks because white folks feel bad when you call them racist. So therefore, they stand here and they end up following you and going, "Oh, well, I'm not racist. Let me show you how racist I not am. I will stand here and give up my fucking job and my money, and I will let you have the lead." That's really what's going on. They're using guilt, which is what they did back in the Catholic Church, what they did in most churches throughout time, and shame to be able to bring individuals right into the fucking farm so that they can continue to rob and plunder and pillage your country that you built. That's what's going on, folks.
Yes, you're correct. But Pinoy, I gotta ask you a question.
What?
Why do the powers that be, the powers that are now in control of quote unquote civilized society, why do they hate Western culture so much? Put the racism aside.
They don't hate Western culture.
I disagree.
It has nothing to do with that. No. I know you do because like you have an underclass mentality. That's why.
No,
because
you're not even from that
you
standpoint.
are not looking at this like a king. You're looking at this like a pauper. And that's why you feel that way.
I still disagree with you, and I disagree with that sentiment as well.
I don't care what you disagree with.
I don't care if you care, Pinoid. What?
Like, no. I'm telling you what you have going on in your head right now is wrong as a whole. Because what you're doing is you're looking at it as if these people actually give a fuck about the propaganda they use to fucking promote their shock troops and their media pundits to push their fucking agenda worldwide so that they can continue to make money.
Amen, Tom Pinoy. Amen.
That is part of my point, actually.
They're just using it. They don't hate Western culture because Western culture is what feeds them.
No, what they hate is what Western culture is based on, and it's individualism. Not what Western culture is now.
No. They love individualism because if they didn't have individualism, they wouldn't be able to cash their checks and have their mansions.
No, they don't. They fucking like collectivism. They do not like individualism. Western culture has been turned into collectivism.
They want people to think they're the individualist, but they want them to also have all the same ideas.
Yet they much rather have you communally. They much rather have you communally behind their ideas.
That's collectivism.
That's just for you. That's for you and the rest of the paupers. It's not for them.
How is it? Well, of course it's not them. They're the ones with the fucking power.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They don't hate Western culture.
I think we're arguing on two sides of a different coin with the same message. They
Not
don't.
really. Not really. What you think is they actually mean what they say, and they don't. What
I
you
know
don't
they don't mean what they
understand is
say.
the individuals who advertise on these fucking giant media corporations and the giant media corporations like the tech companies use communist fucking labor to build their fucking products to sell into capitalist markets. They're the
I'm
ultimate
aware of that, Pinoy.
individual.
Pino, you know I'm a trader. You know I fucking actually follow economics. That's my number one point. Collectivism. Collectivism, consumerism, globalism, all of that works perfectly fucking fine for them because they're the ones making the products, buying the products, selling the products. They own the fucking money. They own the fucking corporations. They're the ones that are getting elected by all these fucking people, left, right, doesn't fucking
Yes,
matter. That's all
yes,
collectivism. They're
yes.
not
And the
to go back to
easy,
your
yes. And here,
Michael Savage
hey,
analogy, they're not teaching their kids how to fucking fish. They're letting somebody else do it for them because a corporation will take care of you. And if you can't, Big Daddy government will come in, print some more money, give you a fucking unemployment check, and you can just turn around and go back and use that to pay the fucking big corporation so you can buy some fucking fish rather than your
it's
fucking kids teaching you how to
private.
fish.
It's privatization of profits, all right, and fucking public goddamn fucking welfare for your losses, son.
And why do you think they hate small business so damn much? But they'll give fucking corporations big
They
ass
don't
kickbacks.
hate small business. No, they just hate competition.
Actually, I'll concede on that one. You're correct. They hate
Oh my
competition.
god! Oh my
They're
god! Oh my
perfectly
god!
fine if they're perfectly fine with small business as long as you don't get big enough to be a competitor.
Wait! Everybody stop! Everybody stop! God damn it, Tompi! Why I
What?
wanted to do this on your channel?
Yo, look, I'll be real with you.
goddamn-
I want my other two videos to get some traction. All right. Now, if I put another video up tonight, I won't get any views on any of them. Like, it's not gonna go. None of them are going.
This is the after stream. This is supposed to be the after talk from my stream with Irate about a critical race theory.
I feel you. I feel you, but like, yo, am I wrong about anything I'm saying, Excel?
You're. Yeah, it's actually it's like you're not wrong. It's just like God. What sucks is like we can all agree that these things are gonna happen, but we can disagree at the results at the end.
No. Like, yo, see, here's the thing, right? Like, what you have to understand is it's all propaganda. All right.
Oh, I
The people
understand
who
that.
pay for the advertising on CNN and MSNBC are the same individuals who are fucking highly invested in fucking international trade and fucking warfare.
Well, it's like the same thing with people thought Fox News is never going to be the same as CNN or MSNBC. They're conservative. No, they're not. They're the same side of the same fucking coin.
Actually, like brought that up earlier. It's like Trump on the war thing. At least he tried. Right? Like he wasn't perfect, but he was better than anything else we've had before. And guess Liz Cheney is on the Joe Biden foreign policy advisory.
Yeah. Yo, why is that? Why is that? Yo, because
liberals are dumb.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with liberals or dumb.
Leftists are dumb.
No, they're not. That's not why. That's not why at all. Okay?
Conservatives can be just as stupid.
Yo, no, it has literally has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that, yo, look, if you want to continue to have international motherfucking foreign trade secured by American motherfucking military might, you're going to be John McCain or Joe Biden or George Bush or Barack Obama or Liz Cheney. They believe in the same shit.
Oh, again,
they're not leftist. These aren't leftists, all right? They're not really leftist. What they are is international citizens.
Well,
they're globalist.
They're
quite
globalist
literally.
and they're oligarchs.
Yeah, sure.
They're globalist oligarchs is what they are.
There
it's
we
a
go,
big
buddy.
Club and you're not part of it.
Elitist, globalist, oligarchs, like all the shit that we complain about that we like the left and right like base wants to get rid of. That's what Joe Biden represents. All of the worst of all of it.
Yeah, they don't hate Western culture, all right? What they do is they hate fucking nationalities. They hate having to deal with cultures inside of fucking countries that are gonna fucking demand that they have their fucking rights and they have a fucking standard of living. They don't want that.
They hate plebs like
That's-
us having an opinion.
Oh, and so Peanut, I need to correct. When I say Western culture, I'm not talking about in the day and era that we live in. I'm talking about before the Renaissance. I'm going back all the way to the Gauls fighting against the Roman Empire, the big fuck you. As Western culture stands today, now, as Western culture stands today now, it works. Well, as Western culture stands right now, today, it works in their benefit because the more the left and the right sit there and screech at each other and scream and wave flags and burn people's hats because it's the wrong color, it works to their benefit. That's not the culture I'm talking about. When I say they hate individualism, if you're not part of the collective, if you're the outsider, if you're the one trying to actually talk like you are, why do you think they hate you so much, Pinoid? Is because you're not preaching. You're not preaching because Orange Man bad or Biden interdigital pressure man bad, because you're not picking a side. It's the same reason that the same reason they want you to concede so badly right now is because your side lost. Just deal with it. Just cope.
The greatest sin Tom Pinoid committed against YouTube was the El Paso shooter. No, it was the New Zealand shooter.
No, New Zealand shooter.
And all you said is like that's like what he did was fucking wrong, but you tried to say like, look, if you make people like this and not be able to express their opinions without being called the fucking worst piece of humanity, no real rebuttal other than you're a piece of fucking shit, you deserve to die.
Well, that's the thing. You start cornering people. Yeah, when you start cornering people, when you start trying to silence their opinions, you leave them with no other option of discourse except violence.
And that was Tom Pinoid's transgression against YouTube. Why he's not monetized.
Oh, that's the thing. You can look at what happened with the Christchurch shooter. Am I allowed to freaking bring that up anymore? Who the fuck knows? What the guy did was abhorrent. Yeah, I get that, but no one wants to talk about why he did it. And that's what pisses off the powers that be, because they don't want you to talk about the why. They just want you to look at what he did, the group that he targeted, and create more and more collectivism. Because if you're a Muslim somewhere in the world, then guess what? All white men with guns must be out to get you. Yep. And that's the collectivist mentality.
I'm gonna leave it at this, just because somehow we got to here. But I like me personally, because I invested so much time in Pompey's channel. I think it's completely fucked that you gave a very rational, nuanced position on that, and that's what made Susan Wojcicki tell you, I'm never gonna write you a check again.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's what it is, man.
Yep, I know.
Like fucking
look, I know too. I know too. Like I'm with you.
Look at the reach I have, though, man. I fucking influence people with hundreds of thousands of subs.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like it's not that they have that much power, right? It's more of a matter of this is the opposition you're dealing with. Like all you have to do is try to put yourself in their shoes. This is something that's done on TV all the time. How many, like, you have a whole series called Dexter about a serial killer. Just being like, from his perspective, he thinks he's doing the right thing. That's on Showtime. Mainstream television.
And but that's the way the game is played.
You do one video just saying, like, maybe we should take his concerns into consideration. And maybe that's the right way to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Demonetized forever.
Oh, dude, take Dexter and give him the Jake from State Farm treatment and watch the frickin' the pundits go fucking absolute batshit crazy.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is the point. Like, yo, look, you have to, like, and this is what I learned from these experiences. You have to have a ruling class mentality to understand these people. You cannot think of this as an individual. You cannot think of this as a fucking citizen. You cannot think of this as part of a nation. You have to think of this as,
Actually,
a fucking king would. Like, as a king protecting his country, how would you deal with these people?
Yeah.
What would they be doing?
Yeah.
That's
no,
what this
no.
is.
Tom P, like, you're still right that I'm pretty sure, like, since, like, you've known me, we hung out, like, we're both Ron Paul motherfuckers, right? Like, you get that, like, the individual level. But you've also convinced me that the reality of the situation is that policy moves in hordes. And we have to reject the hordes. That's even, like, part of the reason I do these streams with Irate Prostate. It's like, there's a very specific horde that I want to call them out on every fucking step. And I'm going to call them out on their own level and just explain how wrong they are. Right? It's the only thing I can do. Like, that one little fucking thing, but I'm going to do it.
I feel like there's better ways to go about what you're doing, right?
Probably. But, there's probably better ways to go about what any of us are doing.
No. But like, here's the problem. Like, you can't. All right, how do I put? You can't argue with a toddler in a toddler's language.
Oh,
right?
no, that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is give people the correct set of information to not have to argue against a toddler. But the people that are trying to be, well, listen to the toddler because it's cute. Right? That's all I'm trying to do is, like, say, like, look, give the opposition to the people that are just like, well, that toddler's so cute. You're like, look, how cute it is doesn't matter. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
I mean, like, the way I look at the critical race theorists and, like, the majority of these fucking retards is I look at them like I look at, like, somebody sicking a kindergarten class on me, right? And, like, when the kids look at me and go, "You're a doo-doo head," I'm not going to respond in kind. I'm not going to argue about how I'm not a doo-doo head. I'm not going to tell them how calling a doo-doo head is wrong. I'm just going to ignore them and keep walking because they're my problem. Right? They're literally just the dumb fucking truth that they're zombies. They're fucking. I mean, they're fucking, fucking NBC. That's all the fuck they are. They're fucking just spouting nonsense and regurgitating bullshit they heard somewhere. And you can wake most of them out of that fucking bullshit if you want to, right? But you have to do it one-on-one, piecemeal by each of them. But you can't, because you can't reteach them as a whole what the fuck they've already learned, because they'll fucking ignore it through cognitive dissonance.
Like, the real problem, which actually I'm not gonna say you don't understand. I think we weighed it a little bit different, but everything you said was just true. But if you go after the toddlers for just being dipshits, the critical race theorists are like, we're gonna cancel your entire fucking life or you can challenge this toddler.
That's what I was saying.
That's the real problem. Where I think me and Pinoid, I actually don't think we disagreed that much.
No, not at all.
I think we disagree on the overall impact on what that has. Like, that power that they have, and they have it right now. Like, that's one thing you cannot disagree with me, Tom P. They have that power right now. Like, it's going on every fucking where.
Check out, you gotta check out a video on them beefing Traders Among Us, right? Fucking, and the corporate the corporate oligarchs exposed video that I did earlier today, right, this morning before I left. And, like, understand really where we are, right? Because, like, just on the Nike board, there's individuals who sit on the board. Actually, there's the head of motherfucking PayPal, eBay, Spotify, fucking Ford Motor Company, fucking General Mills, fucking China Marketing Company, fucking, I'm trying to think here. Fucking, there's a whole fucking bunch of them and shit, right?
Right.
Legit.
I'm gonna help you out a lot. I've been streaming for the last 5 hours, and I'm in this. Tom P, we should get something together tomorrow, like afternoon.
Yo, I'm saying, fucking tomorrow evening, I'm pretty much gonna be free all evening and shit. So, like, whatever you want to do tomorrow, I'm fucking down. Just hit me up for fuck's sake, and don't be a bitch and, like, bitch out on it.
All right, yeah, I can do it.
You know what I mean? Like I
most
can
of
most
shit
definitely.
is most of shit. Like the reason, like we can't do this together. It's like just right now. Why are we on my channel? Because you're like, yo, I know you hit me up to do a stream and talk about some shit, but I'm tired, so
Yeah, I was
I'm gonna
exhausted.
go sleep.
Right? I'm
No,
still
and
exhausted. But like,
I don't blame you, and that's like the situation between me and you. I was actually talking earlier about how me and you decided to do a stream together, and it was actually like a beautiful thing. It was. Uh, Tom, like we agree on a lot of shit, but not everything. But the
yeah,
only thing we agreed on is like, look, you got some talent with your voice, and you're doing it all on your cell phone. And that was it. No, it's just like, dude, I can set you up with the live stream. And you got like
yeah.
9 people watching you on your first stream. 9. And you're
I feel you.
like, this is fucking amazing, dude. I'm gonna be a YouTube super. And you actually
Like,
did.
yo,
You actually did grow pretty big. Unfortunately, talking about topics that Stephen didn't want you to talk about, and you got fucked over by. But
yo,
nonetheless,
dude.
if you would
My
have,
last, my
if
last two streams, I had 60 fucking people come out.
yep, I saw one of them.
Yo,
I was talking,
we've
and
been
you were like,
getting,
you said like, I think on one of them, I was listening, but I had to work the next day and it was late. And I messaged you, and you're like, "Yo, come in." And I was like, "No, I must sleep."
I always try to send you and Doku. I usually send Mad Dodge a link, but like he's mad at me because I told him that his fucking channel was bullshit. Yo, legit, I was like, looking
What's
like, yo,
funny
you
is
over here talking about the election with
like
two British.
memes of destruction was on with us, and we were all talking like right before we left, and we're like I rate that like I gotta end the stream, and was like, we'll take a 30-minute break, and I tried to give the stream to memes. If memes had have done this on his channel, he would have gotten way more concurrent views.
Memes
you have
was
500
memes was in the chat.
Yeah, he was for a little. He never joined the
Yeah, I mean, you have
call
five.
in, so.
But like, yeah, man, like I went over to Mad Dodge's stream and I was like, I sent a super chat in, which I can't believe that nigga's still monetized. Well, I can because they didn't get anybody watching shit. But fucking, he has like fucking streams with like 10 views after an hour, and I'm like, yo, bro, dude, why do you even do this anymore?
Yeah,
But
I think the
fucking,
last live stream I saw from your channel had like 340 views or something ridiculous.
yeah, I told you, man, I've been getting it done.
Ridiculous, but like on the ratio, like you have 2,000 subs, so you had 300
Yep.
views.
I've been
And
getting
you
it
got
done.
you got so goddamn fucked by YouTube. Like I was like trying to also like doing the data analysis on it. What really killed me is whenever I realized that YouTube was just fucking me. And I could see it on the map. I could see it on the charts that like we did the same thing. You kept growing, and then YouTube did some shit, and then they're just like nobody should watch Tom P. Like
Yep.
it became it used to be like 50%. It was like 40, actually it was only like 45% of people that watched your videos were subscribers. Now it's like 95%.
Yeah.
Again, that's the thing. The powers that be, or as Pino would call them, the oligarchs, the corporate oligarchs, they don't like the narrative being challenged, and unfortunately, they're the ones who control the platform that we.
God fuck, now I'm just mad because I thought I had the power to make Tom Pinoid into a thing. And not to say you're not a thing, Tom Pinoid, but if it was like a couple years earlier, you would have gotten the fucking $1,000.
I feel you. I would have got Medicare level.
Yeah,
Shit,
they would have paid you, and I would have sat there in the background, being like, "Give me 20%," and with that 20%, I would have been like fucking buying limousines and shit.
we'd have been good. You know, like I had the talent, you had the fucking technical skill. Like, yo, we was fucking rocking. You know, but it's cool, man. Like, yo, I'm not gonna get Susan dollars, but you know, I mean, we can make some bread and handle some business. You know, I'll get some sponsors eventually once I feel as though like I am at that level where I'm getting like 1,500, 2,000 views a video. You know what I mean? I'll get me a sponsor. You know what I mean? Fucking maybe some Raid Shadow Legend money.
Like here's what it's gonna take. Like, look, Excel. You fucking get yourself focused and fucking use your technical skills and make me some shit. So once you're gonna make some money, like just do that to me. Right? Like the shaking of the shoulders. You're like, look, bro.
I don't want to push you too much, man.
I have the path. I know the way.
You know the way.
If you know the way, I will follow the way.
All right, end this fucking stream. Take your ass to bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna motherfucking do the same over here.
I'm not going to bed. I'm gonna play some Magic the Gathering.
Go get it done.
Oh God, you're still giving Wizards of the Coast your money?
Oh no, I'm playing